The ghost in the cancer unit. I was a nurse on the oncology floor at my local hospital on the night shift. We had a patient who was in the process of what is termed actively dying. This means that the patient is in the final stages of dying and is not expected to live more than 24 hours. They are typically comatose at this point and heavily sedated for pain. As usual, this man's family was present at his bedside and had been for nearly a full day. The nurse who was in charge of his care was very conscientious, but fairly new on the cancer ward. At one point, she checked his vital signs and general appearance, noting an improvement in his condition. She suggested that the family go home and rest for a while. They lived several hours away and were exhausted, so they jumped at the chance to shower and rest at home. Unfortunately, it is very typical of oncology patients to rally just a few hours before death, and this nurse wasn't familiar with this fact. The family left, and the patient died about an hour after they had gone. The poor nurse was devastated at her mistake, but dutifully called the family and told them that they needed to return immediately. Of course, it took them another hour to get back. About 5 minutes after his death, the nursing call light lit up in his room. Then the light in the room next door lit up, and so on up the entire hall toward the east. This took just about the amount of time that it would have taken someone to walk into each room and pull the light cord. Then the light across the hall to the north came on. Once again, this took just about the amount of time that it would have taken someone to walk across the hall and enter that room to pull on the call light. After that, the light started coming on back down the entire length of that side of the hall. You guessed it, just about the amount of time it would have taken for someone to walk into each room and pull the chain. Of course, there was a short pause and then the light across the hall came on. After that,